Welcome to a simple presentation on how to do convolution in MATLAB, trend removal, and discussion of various system properties in our fourth systems and signals lab experiment. Before doing all this stuff, let us take a quick look at what is an impulse response and what is convolution. Here we are defining the unit impulse response h of n as the response of a discrete time LTI system to unit pulse function delta n, and this is the convolution sum, as we all know, and this star symbol is the convolution operator. Now coming to the problem statement given to us. In our problem statement, here we are asked to create a MATLAB function to perform linear convolution of input discrete time sequence, and these are the given four systems. In the first three parts, we need to find the impulse responses of these above mentioned four systems and to study the performance of these systems and to sketch the outputs for each of the systems. Now let us go to MATLAB and take a look at how to do all this convolution function and how to sketch these outputs for each of the systems. Here we have defined the convolution function as convol of x of h. First we are taking the length of the input array which is given, and then we are going to find take the length of the impulse response of the systems by finding the impulse responses of the systems, and then we are going to run a loop and multiply with these impulse responses with the each input, and that's how convolution is done as a function in MATLAB. And now coming to the given plots, we are given four plots, like these are the four given signals, and we have loaded these given signals, and let us take a quick look at the plots of the given signals. These are the four given plots in our problem statement. Now we are going to convolve all these four signals and to look at it and look all the systems performance. Coming to convolution of system 1, here the impulse response of the first system are 1 by 3, 1 by 3 and 1 by 3. We are first going to load the all given signals which are given in the problem statement, and then by using the convolution function which is defined just now, we can see here, like we are using this function and going to convolve all these four signals by using the first system, and then we are going to plot the convolved signals. If we run this, we can see the output of these systems and the output of the convolved, and then we can see the performance of all this. Here is the convolved baseline, convolved clean, and convolved 25 decibels PPG signal and convolved PPG 20 decibel signal. Similarly for system 2, we have convolved the given four signals with system by using system 2. The impulse responses of the second system is defined as follows, like h is equals to 0 from 1 to m, where m is given in the system which we are going to define, and we are going to run this loop from 1 to m. The impulse responses are defined as h of I equals to 1 by m, and we are going to again load these four signals which are given to us. Then we are going to convolute all these four signals, and then we are going to plot the output for three different values of m, which is 25, 50 and 100. First we are going to give the value of m as 25. We can see the convolved output for m equals to 25. Now if we run again for m equals to 50, we can see this is for m equals to 50, and this is the question. Like these are the four given signals, and this is the convolved for m equals to 50. Now let us keep this aside and let us look for m equals to 100. Now for m equals to 100, here this is for m equals to 100. whereas this is the question, and we can, this is for m equals to 100. We can see the difference for m equals to 100 and m is equals to 50, which was run before. Like here the curve is very high, from different from m equals to 50. And similarly, now for system 3 is a difference system, and the impulse response of this third system is 1 and -1. Similarly, same as the system 1 and system 2, here we are going to load the given signals, and then we are going to convolve all these signals with the given system, with the impulse responses of the given system. Then we are going to run this. We can see the convolved plots for the third system. This is the convolved plot for the third system. We can see the difference between the first two systems, which are moving average, and this is the difference system. Here we can clearly see the difference between them. Now coming to system 4, the impulse response of the fourth system is h equals to half and -half. Similarly, like previous 3, we are going to load the given inputs, then we are going to convolute the given 4 signals with the impulse responses of the given system, that is the fourth system here, and then we are going to run to look at the output. Here we can see the convolved output for the fourth system by using the impulse responses of the fourth system. Now in the problem statement, we are asked to write our observations on the filtered signals with inference to the input signal. Based on the result, describe the function of each of the system. We have just now looked out the outputs for different convolved signals with the given different systems impulse responses. Now we are going to, based on those results, we are going to describe the functions of the each system. Here we can see that the first two systems are the moving average systems. Like the present input and the given system is then giving the average of the present input and the previous input values. Also in system 1, at the non-zero impulse response interval, the output value is rising. And these are also low pass filters, because these systems are allowing only the low frequency components to pass through it. And now coming to the third and fourth system, these are the difference systems, and these are also high pass filters, because these systems are allowing only high frequency components to pass through it. These are the functions of the given systems based on our observations. And now in problem statement of part E, we are asked on based on the we are asked to, like, based on the previous response of the second system proposal, based on the response of a second system, proposal of a system for removal of trend from the signal and output of the proposed system. Like here we are asked to, like, by the observations of the second system, we are going to propose a system which is used to remove a trend, like baseline removal. As we have seen, system 2 is a moving average kind of filter, where the output is given by the average of the present inputs and previous input values up to a length m. We are going to remove the trend by using this moving average filter. Like, we are going to subtract the present input value and the convolved output of the second system. Here in MATLAB we can view the code for the proposed system. This is the proposed system. Here the impulse responses of the proposed system is as same of the second system. These are the given, this is the impulse response of the system. Now we are loading the baseline PPG signal, then we are going to convolute these two, and then we are going to subtract the input from the convolved, we are going to subtract the convolved output from the present input, and then we are going to plot the system. This is done because system 2 is a moving average filter and a low pass filter. It only allows only low components to pass through it. By subtracting that from the input signal, we can see that the trend is removed. And here we are also doing the zero phase filtering, like we are padding the zeros, and by that we can see that and here we are going to give a, we are going to give a high value of m like 300, and if we run this we can see that the difference between the given baseline signal and after removing of trend. Here we can see the difference between these two. Here in the baseline, the from the mouse cursor we can see that the how the it's not how the signal is not uniform. In the trend, after the trend is removed, the signal is uniform, like there are the curve is like straight. We have proposed a system, and based on the experiment result of the system described into, we have we have wrote the difference equation. Also we have sketched the output of our proposed system. Now coming to the final part, we are asked to write all the properties of above mentioned discrete systems that we have studied in our theory class. Before going to discuss all those, let us take a quick look at the definitions of the basic system properties. First of all, what is a memory system? A system is said to a memory system if y of t0, if its output at time t0 depends on the input of x of t for t greater than t0 or t less than 0, that is depends on the values of input other than x of t0. And for invertibility, it is said to be invertible if distinct output leads to the distinct inputs lead to distinct outputs. And for a causality, a system is said to be causal if the output depends only on the present and past inputs, like it does not depend upon the future inputs. And coming to the stable system, a system is said to be stable if it is BIBO. Like BIBO means the full form of BIBO is bounded input and bounded output. It is said to be stable only when the output is bounded for the bounded input. And now coming to our given systems, we are going to classify our given systems based on these properties. Here all the given systems are linear and time invariant systems. Like in the problem statement only, we have given they gave us the discrete linear time invariant system, and by verifying all these systems we can see that all these four systems are causal, memory and stable systems. And we can also see the system 2, which is a moving average system, is also invertible. This concludes the experiment 4 of our signals and systems laboratory. By this we have seen the how to do convolution in MATLAB, and how to remove trend and by using the moving average filter, and we have also discussed about various properties of LTI systems. Thank you.